Initialize fail.
My name is Dilworth, and I'm a PhD candidate in molecular neuroscience at the California Institute of Technology. Today in the Fail Lab, we have Dr. Gita Kolluru. She's an associate professor of biology at the California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo. She studies aggressive behavior and sexual selection in the model system Dianne metallicus.
So, male-male competition. Males fight to establish their position in a dominance hierarchy. They remember who they beat and who beat them.
Let's take a look at a clip of aggressive behavior in the species Homo sapiens.
So here we see these two men engaged in an aggressive confrontation. Fighting can be actually dangerous. Because of that, conflicts often begin with threat displays, which is a demonstration of the aggressive prowess of each male. In this clip, we see the younger man showing clear threat displays. His arms are outstretched, he is vocalizing, he's yelling in the other guy's face, he's hitting the garbage bin. Threat displays you can think of in elephant seals, lions, dogs, any species that fight. And they serve to allow males to size each other up without incurring the risks of actually fighting.
Why don't we see these same signals in the older male?
Well, I would say that the older male is also showing signs of his dominant status. He is standing tall, his arms are crossed, he's not backing down, he's not running into the house to call for help. Eventually, we see him take up a martial arts stance, which again is a clear signal of his dominant status.
When animals display aggressive behavior, hormones like testosterone are elevated, and the autonomic nervous system kicks in, flooding the muscles with oxygenated blood and releasing endorphins to reduce the experience of pain in preparation for a fight. It seems like the older male has more training. This would allow his prefrontal cortex to reduce the stimulation of his autonomic nervous system, which would put him in a position to be able to decide critically when and how to attack.
So why would the younger man fight at all if it's so clear that he's going to lose this encounter? Well, maybe because of something called the audience effect. Males who are fighting are aware that they're being watched by others. The bystanders include women that we see in this clip who may be potential mates for these men in the future. For humans, of course, there's also the implied wider audience in the form of the camera.
So then it's definitely a win for the older man. He stayed in control, and he was able to end the conflict with the minimum amount of energy.
I agree, and I think this fight was also really important for the younger man. He got away relatively quickly, and he was able to learn social cues that he could use in the future. Now, this altercation took place in the UK, where access to guns is not as readily available as it is in the US. If he had come back with a gun, then this lesson might not have been learned. But for here and now, I think this is a win.
We want to know what you think. Was this a win or a fail? Also send us your videos of aggressive encounters and follow us on Facebook where the conversation continues. Thank you so much, Gita.
Thank you, Crystal.
And thanks to all of you for stopping by. We'll be back next week with more science. But until then, when you're sure of your place in society, but then someone comes along and knocks you down, you've got Zoochosis.
あなたはズーコーシスされた